Hello everyone and welcome to Channel 18 TV News. I'm Don Julian. In the news, 2 Sulphur Springs residents were among firefighters and police recognized Tuesday night by the Cedar Hill City Council for their efforts to rescue 4 of the 6 people reportedly trapped February 28th in a burning 2-story home. Cedar Hill Fire Department Captain Rusty Brannon and driver Jake Spatero received a Life Safety Award and unit citations for their rescue efforts. The Hopkins County building projects are expected to wrap up in May, with the district attorney and district clerk's offices moved into the new building on Rosemont Street by mid-May. Hopkins County Judge Robert Newsom said that should mean no June rental payment for use of the building space they currently occupy. The Hopkins County Commissioners Court also got briefed by the new Civic Center management on operations at the facility during a work session this week. Judge Newsom said things at the Civic Center seem to be going well under the new management, who are still learning and settling into their jobs. At that work session also, the court discussed the opportunity to apply for a feral hog grant that could be used to slow down the feral hog population in Hopkins County. Sulphur Bluff regional track competitors were delayed in returning home Thursday evening due to mechanical issues that caused their school bus to begin smoking from the engine area and forced the bus onto the side of I-30 east of Brashear. Sulphur Bluff Superintendent Dustin Carr praised the school staff and emergency responders for their quick actions and efforts to ensure the safety of the students on that school bus. The incident occurred at 5:23 p.m. on Thursday. Hopkins County, Cumbie, and Miller Grove firefighters, sheriff's deputies, and a Cumbie police officer all were dispatched to the location. No one was injured. The students were taken to a restaurant for a meal, and another bus was sent to collect those students.
There is a treat in store for you right here in Sulphur Springs at the high school auditorium of the Civic Center. It is called the Northeast Texas Choral Society Spring Show, better known as Stage and Screen. Get your tickets. It's May 4th and 5th.
Good morning. I'm Ken Hanishek.
And you are the...
I'm one of the musicians.
Okay. What about you, sir?
I'm Don Waddle. I'm a bass.
Okay. And you,
I'm
Miss?
Dawn Doyle-Jones. I'm an alto.
Every time I see Dawn, I just laugh because she can be so funny.
Yes, she can.
Yes, she
Well,
can.
let me tell you, you got to come see this concert because we have got some several numbers that are just hysterical.
Okay, we will. And here's our doctor.
Chuck Jones, and I'm not related to Dawn.
Okay. Yeah,
Well, sort of.
we say that, no, Jones is pronounced the very same way, but I hear you're Dr. J.
Yes, the other Dr. J.
Okay.
And, you know, Choral Society is a family. You know that, Enola. And we have so many gifts and talents and treasures among our singers. One of the things Chuck does is take our roster pictures, family pictures, singles, individuals. It's a big deal. He sets all of his equipment up. Singers rotate in and out of rehearsal to go get their pictures made. And it's they're beautiful, they're well done, and what a gift that he gives to Choral Society.
I thought I was comic relief.
And that also.
That also.
Well, speaking of comic relief, and it's so much fun at rehearsals, and it's so much fun at performance and backstage and all that. It seems to me almost like this is a year-round meeting of friends where twice a year a concert breaks out. Something like that.
Good characterization.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
That's it.
That's it.
Very well prepared for, very well. How are we now?
We are ready.
How are we?
We are ready. We have worked so hard. The last 3 weeks we have really worked hard. Even the men are doing their parts right for change. So that's a good thing. That's a really good thing.
The bases are ready. The bases
is ready.
The altos may be ready. We don't know.
Well, you were asking the director, are we ready? And as a director, you're never ready, because there's no such thing as perfection.
Mm-hmm.
And as a director, Carol expects perfection, which we would
no.
all like.
A little.
But that never happens because it's live.
Yes.
And something always happens. But the audience doesn't know.
There's still a little bit of polishing to do yet, but we've had the last 2 rehearsals have been far ahead of where we've been in previous concerts, I think,
yeah.
too.
Yeah, this concert has a lot of moving parts, a lot of action, a lot of dance, a lot of really, if you think about stage and screen, you're going to hear the iconic TV themes that you've always loved. You're going to hear orchestral pieces that are put together only with syllables of sound, not words. The William Tell, ba-da-bum, 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 bum, bum. You're going to hear that with a wonderful kind of surprise introduction, and the singers are going to surprise you in that as well. And I sort of lose my mind in that, so it's great. I love it. We all love it. What else about the music?
Some really good music. The arrangements by Tina Chin are very familiar. Somewhere Over the Rainbow, the most important song of the 20th century.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
why is it that people like to hear the songs they've already heard or know?
Well, I think that's just wired into us. It's not that we don't love new music, we do. But when that familiar refrain begins, then it evokes memories, thoughts, passions, emotion. It's just, it's what music does. And when you know it, you're instantly transported somewhere.
This is
And those emotions are most likely good emotions, good feelings, good memories from the past. No,
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I think of some of the songs that we're singing this semester, and I think of what I was doing when those songs came out, and for most of them I was pretty young, and so I think about the things that I was doing then, and it just makes me smile. Not just outwardly, but inwardly. It brings back sweet memories, and that's what I love about the music that we sing. It always, there's somewhere in there that does that to us.
Well, we've got a portion called Sister Act.
Yes.
Is that right? Okay. And okay.
It's the one from the movie. You tell about it, Dawn.
Well, I was really excited when I saw we were doing this number. And so we immediately had auditions for nuns. And
You don't typically get to audition to be a nun. It's more of a long process, but
I warned him. I said, we're going to have a lot of choreography with this, so if you're up to it, we'll... So we ended up with 9. We started off with, how many, Carol?
I think 6.
6, and then we increased it to 7 or 8, and then another one came on board. We was like, sure. So I'm going tomorrow to pick up costumes.
Oh boy, the costuming is one thing that's really a surprise,
Yes.
a pleasant surprise, because you know it's going to be fabulous.
Yeah. I know these guys understand this. When sometimes when you're trying to sell tickets to a choral society concert, people have this image, this vision of 100 people standing on the stage singing from a book. And our concerts have evolved so much over the years. Of course, that is what happens, but we are way more than that. Yeah.
A comment about Sister Act. None of the sisters are 18 years old, but they are very active sisters.
Okay. We'll have to
you,
see
Chuck.
that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, so, in contrast to that Choral Society, 100 people standing there singing out of books, the contrast to what this feels like when you go sit in the audience, it is individuals that are featured, there's fun, there's the individuality of the singer, the setting that the music allows that person to portray. There's that much, it's very entertaining.
It is entertaining. That's the very best word of all. It is entertaining. And
Memorable.
Yes.
Yes.
And we have Mrs. Potts and Lumiere that are going to be there.
Okay, from...
Be our guest from Beauty and the Beast.
Yes.
He's sitting right here.
Lumiere is right here.
Oh, Lumiere is
And
here.
we didn't know where we were going to get a Lumiere who can have a French accent. And then one night, Carol said, Ken, would you just get up and sing this? Just kind of blew us away.
Well,
blew us away.
Give us a line or two.
Yes, please.
Mon chéri, mademoiselle, it is with deepest pride and greatest pleasure that we welcome you tonight. And now let us sit back and talk more about the concert.
That's great.
Tell about the solos. Our soloists are, as always, wonderful.
Yeah, the when needed to sing like a bell, they sing like a bell. When needed to be soft and tender, they're soft and tender, and when they need to be loud, they are loud. It's so exciting because there are quite a number of solos this time, and some new performers in the solo business also this time, and there's just so much talent to draw from in the community that are showing up on every Monday night for these rehearsals, that it amazes me because of the commitment that all of these folks have, not just the soloists, but everybody from the setup of the rehearsal room to the setting up the instruments and the chairs and all, and then getting separate rehearsals, and then when the rehearsal's over, taking everything down, and Don always makes sure the lights are out by the time we leave, and it's just been a marvelous experience. I got to tell you about one experience I had just last week.
Tell us.
We were doing the Over the Rainbow, and I turn pages when Denise Stewart plays. We alternate on the accompaniment there, and when it comes to the last page, of course, I don't have to turn any more pages. So I went back and I sat behind Carol, and just to listen to the choir, because I don't get to listen so much when we're turning pages or playing the piano. And I told Denise after that piece, I said, that was as beautiful as I've heard. I said, I literally had tears. And then Denise told me that, and she sort of laughed at me, and then she told me that she had tears after a song, Somewhere Out There, is another one of the songs, and another soloist and all, and it's just, it's going to be a wonderful concert just for everybody, young and old.
Did I hear that Joe Clark is soloing?
Yes, he is.
He is. Paul Clark.
Paul, okay.
Our percussionist, and boy, is it great. It's Can You Feel the Love Tonight?
Okay.
A lot of movie themes. We're singing a lot of movie themes and TV themes.
And we dare you to listen to Bring Him Home and not get a little misty.
Bring him home. Yeah, wonderful. And we want to give a shout out to all of our supporters, our donors, our ticket buyers. We are going to be standing and sitting on our brand new risers for
We
this
got
concert.
them.
We got them. Fundraising campaign was spectacular. The risers are here. They're paid for. And they are they're amazing. They are amazing. We've performed for 20 years on our handmade platforms, and they were heavy and reckless and primitive and somewhat dangerous. Yeah. So these risers are a gift. They are a gift to us as a choral society.
Wow, that is so wonderful.
So thank you to everyone who made that possible.
And briefly, before we tell more about tickets, Dawn, tell us something about why you love rehearsals and being in choral society.
In 2006, I was a police officer in a neighboring city, and I was at a school in Georgia, and I came back just in time for, actually a week late for auditions, but I came to audition. And on Monday nights, in my job, the way that the things that I had to deal with, I could have something really bad on a Monday during the day and come and forget about it all when I started singing. And for me, that was my relief and my release, so that I was able to function the rest of the time. And so, singing has always been a part of my life. My father is a singer and has sung for years and years and years with quartets and everything else. And my mother expected us to sing in choir at church and in choir at school. It was expected. So for me, this was just an opportunity for me to continue doing what I love.
Okay. Dawn, this is a creative outlet for you.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Just an extension.
And Doc, with your photography, and you play also in our orchestra.
Sometimes.
Plays bass, sings bass. awesome, wonderful.
And Ken keeps us entertained as well during rehearsals.
Yes, he does.
Really?
And in performance, too.
Oh, yeah.
He and Denise cracked me up.
And just a word about the accompanists, Ken and Denise Stewart and Deanna Spraggins and Paul Clark. And also Jeff Smith plays with us. He's playing this semester, and Ben Scarborough is one of us for sure. Look, they work so hard, and they are such an integral part of how we do this. And they practice. Ken practices hours and hours and hours, and it certainly shows. No choral society is worth their salt without the kind of accompanists that we have.
And it does make us special. Tickets. How do they get them?
Holler at us.
Okay. Northeast Texas Choral Society on Facebook.
Yes.
And singerscount.org.
Yeah.
You can get tickets that way online
Yes.
or at banks.
Yes.
All the banks, any choral society member. And let's spell it out, Enola, Singers Count, SINGERSCOUNT, singerscount.org.
Okay.
I know sometimes when those addresses go by, they're quick, and you're like, what? What did they say?
And tickets are $15, children 12 and under $5. Bring the kids.
Oh, to
Expose
this-
They'll
them.
love it.
Yes.
Bring the whole family.
There's so many surprises. It's gonna be wonderful. There's surprises from the beginning all the way to the end.
There are.
I mean, there's no break in the surprises. They go all through the whole concert.
There's no Bach or Beethoven either.
Okay.
No Bach or Beethoven. This is the one where you need to say to your husband, I don't care if you've never gone to a concert like this before, you're coming to this one. He will love it.
This
You
is
love
true.
it.
It is called Stage and Screen, and it starts May 4th, 7 p.m., May 5th, 2 p.m. Just 2 performances, so don't miss it. Thank you all for coming in.
Thank you.
Thanks, Enola.
In sports, the Lady Cats softball team took a 1-game-to-none lead in their bi-district series with White House with a dominating 14-4 win at White House on Thursday night. The Lady Cats collected 15 hits. They can wrap up the series with a win at Lady Cat Park Friday at 6:30 p.m. Lady Cats coach David Carrillo talks about that win at White House.
Yeah, I felt like we just came out there really relaxed and loose. I could tell before the game there was no pressure on the girls. They didn't feel this pressure. And they went out there and performed really well. They just took care of business. When it was close at the beginning, I never saw panic. I just saw, hey, we're going to get this. We just need to let it settle down a little bit and get it fixed. Anytime you start a series, especially game one, you get the jitters, especially round one. And as it goes on, you get nervous. But I thought our kids handled it well. We have a good team that has been there. So they know what it takes, and they know what they need to be doing, and they know their mindset. So, I thought they did an excellent job of just being mentally prepared to play.
They were down just 5-4 at one point. It kind of looked like it was going to be a slugfest, but I guess Bailey kind of settled down and everybody settled down, and you guys just continued to hit the ball and score runs.
Yeah, I thought there was a couple plays that early on that they earned, in the first inning when they scored their two. I felt like, okay, they just made some plays and we need to shut them down. But there was a ball that went right behind Bailey that kind of swiveled around a little bit. And, those kind of little things that we didn't make plays on, I think you take those away. I think, it could be just 2 runs, and, that I felt like, that was the only kind of boo-boos I felt like we really did at the beginning defensively. But after that, we kind of settled in and took care of business.
One of the most exciting plays, always the inside the park home run, and Sadie Stroud.
Yeah, Sadie's one of those girls that when I was telling her to go to third or go home from third base when she was rounding third, I could see the look on her eyes. It wasn't definite. It was kind of looked like, are you sure? I just kept sending her. But, again, what a play. What a play. Great thing for Sadie.
I was kind of surprised. I figured on a field like that, the ball getting to the outfielder so quickly that you might be a little conservative at third, but boy, you were sending them around from second all night long, and every one of them made it.
Yes, I kind of watched them warm up and kind of saw some things, and then scouting and some of the things that I was able to pick up, I knew we could be more aggressive on the bases. I sent more kids stealing more than probably I have in a long time, but I just knew that right there that they were kind of struggling a little bit behind the plate of getting girls out, just looking at the scouting report. So, we were going to be aggressive, and, it's a new season. There's nothing to hold back now, so, we're going to get after it, and that was our game plan last night.
All right. Anything you changed tonight? Or?
Cadell will be in the circle. Right. You know, we need to get her going because, again, we play these series. She's going to become an important factor for us. I feel good that we have 3 pitchers actually this year that can go a series, and we can do a lot of things this year than we have in the past because I always, you know, last year Tessa came good, you know, came through in the playoffs for us last year, and but just having pitching that you can have options on is going to definitely help us in the series and later on down the road.
The Wildcats golf team finished 6th at the regional tournament Wednesday and Thursday at Rockwall Golf and Athletic Club. The team did not advance to state, but Coach Chris Owens was proud of them for the good scores that they had.
I guess you can say we played golf Wednesday. I think the course was more suited for water polo than golf, but we did get 9 holes in on Wednesday and then came back Thursday and played 27 to get the full 36. So I was real proud of our kids. Some of our kids played their personal best. Some of our kids played consistently and did what they should do. We, as a team, we scored 313 on day 1, put us in 6th place. We pretty much stayed in 6th place through the finish. That's how we finished. Day 2 as a team, we shot 311. Carter Lewis led them out like he always does, has all year. Shot 74 day 1, 71 day 2 for a 145. That got him 12th place overall. Proud of him, did well. He's had a good career here and wish him well as he goes on into the future and plays at University of Texas at Tyler. I think he's going to have a good career. He's improving. He's kind of hitting his stride right now as he should, getting stronger, hitting the ball a little further and doing good things. Colton Bench, 82-79, played well. You know, that's kind of what he's done. He has gone a little lower than that a few times this year, but he was consistent. Andrew Escobar, another senior, 78-81. He's a consistent guy. He's always in that range. Been good for the team. Kip Childress, one of our younger kids, a sophomore, 83-80. He's improved. Those are some of his best rounds. He shot 79 this year, a time or two, so he's playing consistent. Grant Mohesky, another sophomore, proud of him. Shot his best round ever in a high school tournament on the first day, 79. Combination of the first 2 days, but the first 18, I'll say, 79, and then consistent, comes back with an 81 on day 2. So that's 27 holes, a long grind. So proud of him and proud of the whole team for the effort. Kids played well, did well. I was proud that they played up to par, you know, no pun intended, but they did what they should do and what we're capable of doing at the tournament.
How close did we come to going to state?
Well, not that close. Region is really strong.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, Highland Park got 2 teams out. They were 1st and 2nd, and then Frisco Wakeland was 3rd. So we were quite a few strokes back. We were in. It was pretty tight after the first day. We were 10 strokes back, but then Highland Park just really pulled away as they seem to always do. You know. I guess there are no Highland Park people listening, so I can do my little spiel here. They should be 6A, as everybody knows anyway. So, No, they're a good team. I'm gonna give them credit. Their kids can play and they work hard and they grind it out. I mean, tough conditions, playing 27 holes, and they go shoot really, really low.
Yeah. Historically, 6th place for us in regional sounds like a really, really good finish for us. One of the best maybe we've had. One
of the best in a while. You know, we did have some really, really good teams there 5 or 6 years ago when they went to state. But yes, you know, we've been around 9 or 10 or 11. You know, the last several years. So I'm proud of that. Kids played well and grinded. You know. It was a long day yesterday, 27 holes. We finished at dark. You know, we started at 10 o'clock in the morning and didn't get finished till 8 o'clock. And so proud of that.
How many teams are at the regional?
16 teams, 16. And then you have medalists, two medalist individuals from each district as well. So you got 16 more kids there. So.
All right, and like you say, a good future for your golf team. Most of those guys will be coming back. I know you'll miss Carter, but
right, I'll miss Carter and Andrew. You know, 2 seniors, but those young guys are coming along as they should. You know, sometimes you think they're never going to get it, but they start to get it, and you know, well, it's working. So, good deal. We just got to get a guy or two to fill in for that 3rd and 4th spot, and try to go back and do it again.
That's Channel 18 TV News. I'm Don Julian. Thank you for joining me, and so long, everybody.